Get the opportunity, see it in the D box, the vibration chair. I saw it in 3D. Um, it was funny. I heard this little kid was like, right when the movie started, he was like, huh? It opens up, there's spoilers here, of course, to a huge planet. And I'm guessing he thought it was going to be like blasting lasers and stuff. This movie, I was, the, the one part that I got really concerned was when they started to do those kind of shock things, or the memory, they throw something from the past. The red flag was with the what happens with Luke at the bar. You have that guy who was with that other alien who got his arm cut off. That was completely out of the blue. I don't mind C3PO R2. That's nice. I don't mind the CGI they did with that Tarkin guy. When he reveals himself, I was like, wow. I was really shocked how realistic that looks. I mean, actors now, you don't even need actors now. All I knew coming into this was I saw the trailers. I knew it was, thankfully, if you didn't know what the story was going to be a little bit, then you would, if you thought this was going to continue on with what happened with Force Awakens, then you would be really disappointed. Now, Force is, I don't think it's a good thing. It's a negative connotation, but in any case, I am glad for the new title, Rogue One. It's nothing Star Wars, no war. I call it Star Defense. But I tried to follow the story, and it feels really, it's like they're trying to connect the dots, and they're trying to basically appeal to the nostalgia. I don't even know how to, if I'm saying that word right, but it's all a ploy. I mean, it seemed like I was enjoying it if you were sitting next to me, but coming back home, and then I was like, oh god, I'm never gonna, not even driving back, I was like, I'm never gonna watch another of this saga again. And then when I'm in the shower, I'm like, oh, maybe it is a really good a Star Defense movie. I didn't read any of the reviews, but I heard one, saw title, is this the best Star Wars movie ever? Some of the smiling faces of some of the, Jeremy Johns, I didn't click into it, but the only thing I knew was the Rebel story, and if you saw Return of the Jedi, they all died and all that stuff. But there's no chemistry. I didn't know Alec Toad was the robot. I think I didn't know Carrie Fisher actually played. I guess they used the CGI. I like the Darth Vader thing. The spaceships don't feel real. Of course, the CG doesn't feel real. It's not shown in film. Film always, it's much better. I didn't feel any chemistry. The interaction between the two Asian people, it felt, everyone feels like what one reviewer said, or a couple said about these people, they seem kind of bland in The Force Awakens, or like, yeah, I think here it really is like that. I thought Forrest Whitaker was going to be Darth Vader. They do these hints. You see these, like the shot of them viewing out, the girl viewing out. It's like when they land in the asteroid. You have little lines here and there that echo exactly the same lines before. So they're doing the same thing they did in Force Awakens. Even the asteroid with like Cloud City, the switch around now that you have like the C3PO kind of robot saying, I mean, it's like the same things again. They're doing it. Kathleen Turner is saying she doesn't care about diversity. She don't, yeah, she doesn't care about diversity. They're doing it only because China's the biggest market now, and they're only doing it, these white slavers, for money. They don't care about Asian things. I did this one thing, post a long time ago saying that, oh, I don't care if Asians aren't in the media, because now we're more special, even though Han Chinese are the biggest majority on the planet. But I mean, but I did like, I really like what happened to how the Asian guy, how he saved everyone in a way, no, rescued everyone. Which is saves. But these aren't movies anymore. These are events. And the funny thing, you have actors jumping from one movie to another all the time. You have the Doctor Strange guy. Not gonna spoil Doctor Strange. You have him in there. You got um, oh, that girl in the Tom Hanks movie about overpopulation. That's good. Overpopulation, not a threat. She did. She's fine. She did fine. I mean, it's not like these guys aren't doing any bad work or anything. It's only that these don't feel like stories. You know, Hollywood is overcorrecting again. They said the problem with the prequels was that it wasn't a good. It's not. It was the execution of the story, and part of the story. Now they think we only want nostalgia. Get a good story like Lucas wanted before, said from the beginning, and then actually have the right actors. I didn't mind the actors in the Phantom Menace. My problem actually was with the CGI when they went down to that planet, the Gundam planet, whatever that was. And then I saw the forest, and that's when I wanted to run. I actually wanted to walk out of the theater. When I saw how bad the CGI was in the forest, that was bad. I mean, that was horrible. I liked everything else coming up to that. But then as it progressed after the forest, and then you see what was happening, and then you're like, you know, it was such a fall from how high they were up from, you know, at the point at that time. But the space scenes, the engagement scenes at the end was really awesome. I like the ramming. That was totally cool. You have one of the characters from the prequels in there. Excuse me. Oh, eggnog. They spliced in some of the X-wing pilots, the actual footage it looked like, but they're doing something else. Looked horrible. Oh, but the different X-wing pilots was kind of besides them was neat. Oh, and you have one of the old prequel, what the AT, the pre-AT, the roller that was in there. That was neat. You know, there's a lot of neat stuff in here, but oh, and then when the Star Destroyer came in, right when they're coming, escaping, and it all the other shit, you know, it kind of pulls them, hits them back. That was totally awesome. But then you had them you had them in a circle again, talking. It was like the same thing over. It's the same thing over again if you really look at it. I think the Asian guys are like C3PO and R2D2 in a way almost. But a lot of bland kind of the talk feels real, but kind of, I don't know, unnatural. I mean, my favorite is Return of the Jedi, and then I think it was Star Wars, and then it was Empire. It may still be the same as, you know, as that. My feeling on that. Yeah, they have some kind of Death Star shield generator in space. It looks like a ring, so you think they're doing Death Star. It's not. It's okay. But they're basically cashing in. They don't care about the story really. It's horrible. I'm really. I don't want to say conflicted. It's disjointing. It really is.